Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight, we're going to be bringing you the second game of the three-game set between the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters hosting the Chiba Lotte Marines. Winner of this series will go on to play the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks in a series that will start later in the week. First of all, we're going to give the starting lineups for the visitors from Chiba. Leading off in right field is number 25, Hiromi Oka. Batting second and playing second base is number 7, Yudai Fujioka. Hitting third and left field is number 3, Kitsuya Kakanaka. And the cleanup spot and playing first base is number 99, Neftali Soto. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 22, Gregory Polanco. Batting in the sixth spot and doing the catching, number 32, Toshiya Sato. Hitting seventh at third base is number 5, Hisanori Yasuda. Batting in the eighth spot and playing shortstop is number 4, Atsuki Tomosuji. And batting ninth and in center field, number 1, Kyoto Fujiwara. They're going to be set to face tonight for the Fighters. It is going to be Shoma Kanamura, who is 7-6. He's worked 136 innings. He's allowed 116 hits, 38 runs, 36 have been earned. He's walked 24 and struck out 98. He's got an ERA of 2.38. Now your starting lineup for the home team, the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters. Leading off in center field is number 7, Go Matsumoto. Batting second and at third base is number 21, Kotaro Kiyomiya. Batting third and left field is number 53, Shin Mizutani. The cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 99, Franmil Reyes. Batting fifth in right field is number 66, Chusei Manami. Batting in the sixth spot is the catcher, number 64, Yua Tamiya. Hitting seventh is Ariel Martinez. He'll play first base. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Tatsuki Mizuno. And batting ninth at second base is Daigo Kawakabata, and he wears number 4. They're going to be facing, for the Chiba Lotte Marines, will be Kazuya Ojima. He is 12-10 on the season. He's worked 163 in the third innings. He's allowed 157 hits, 68 runs, 65 have been earned. He's walked 36. He's struck at 132. He's got himself a 3.58 ERA. Those are your starting lineups. We hope you guys will enjoy the ball game along with us here tonight. 1-0 lead in the series for the Chiba Lotte Marines. We'll be back to give you all the action in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in a few.
Steve coming at you, and welcome to Last Raps Baseball. Tonight should be an exciting matchup between two Japanese powerhouse baseball teams. I hope you all enjoy this and treat Freddie with all the respect he deserves. Call a good game, Freddie, and who knows, someday you may even see me in one of these games. And if you don't, you might want to come check out my channel and see what I do. You know what? But hey, let's get back to Freddie. Let's get some baseball. Let's just have a great, great game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the starter, Kanamura, who is completing his warm-up tosses. We're about ready to get this one underway, as it'll be Oka, Fujioka, and Kakanaka coming to bat to face him here in inning number 1. Last night, I had mentioned that the way that the series works is that the Fighters would be given a 1-game lead. That is incorrect. The Fighters host all of the games. It's a best of 3. The next round, when the winner of this series moves on, they'll play the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, and the Hawks have an early 1-0 lead already in that series. So that's just to clear everything up, and now we're ready to get this one underway as it'll be Hiromi Oka who steps in to face the right-hander. The first pitch of the ball game on the way at 2 minutes past 2 a local time is a fastball taken for a called strike, and we are underway in Hokkaido. Oka was 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. He moves up into the leadoff spot from the right side here against the right-hander, and he swings at a fastball and lifts this into deep right field. Moving over is Manami. He's there, and he makes the catch, and that is going to retire Oka for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Yudai Fujioka. Well, for Fujioka, he is 2 for 3 in the series last night. As he strides in here, ready to face the left-handed hitting Fujioka is Kanamura, and the first pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Fujioka. Battling a little bit of I don't want to say a cold, but just we're teetering on the weather not being so great. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded through the 4-hole into right field. And Fujioka continues his hot hitting. This is his 3rd hit of the series as he's got himself a leadoff single. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, Ketsuya Kakanaka. We often take a look on Saturday night is a night for fighting in North America. The UFC matches typically are underway. I'm not sure what is cooking over in the UFC department tonight, as we will check in to see exactly what's happening in the old MMA. So striding into bat here is Kakanaka. He didn't get a chance to play in last night's game. Hit 280 on the season, 3 homers and 20 runs batted in. Left-handed hitting left fielder swings at the first pitch and he lifts it in straightaway center field. Moving over underneath it and making the catch is Matsumoto. And Kakanaka is retired for out number 2. So 2 gone here. That's going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Neftali Soto. And for Soto, well, in last night's ball game, he was 0 for 3, but he is a presence at the plate. He had 21 homers during the regular season, along with 88 runs batted in, as he strides in here or steps in ready to face the right-handed pitching of Kanamura. Pitches a fastball that misses inside, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. In some ways, we're kind of hoping that this series wraps up tonight because we want to get on to the next round, or the Fukuoka Ball Club will be hosting one of these 2 teams. Fastball swung on and shot foul over on the third base side. The count now goes even at 1-1. Not to mention, as we said, a bit of a raspy throat, and you probably try in between innings to freshen our drink to keep us instead here tonight. So the right-hander working himself to the set position. Here's the pitch. There's a split-figure pitch swung on and missed, and Soto's now in the hole at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Neftali Soto. A little surprised that this would be the starter named tonight by the manager, Shinjo. I would have thought that we would have saw the possibility of Imai as the starter. Hiromi Ito as the starter. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-2. Ito had himself a solid campaign, so we're not really sure what the situation was there, why the Fighters went this route. On the flip side, I was speculating last night that the Marines might send Dallas Keuchel to the mound, but maybe he will be saved for Game 3 if there is one. And there's a fastball swung on. This is line foul down the left field line. That's going to keep the count at 2-2. Our friend Dinger in the house tonight. It was quite a run by the Detroit Tigers indeed. I wish I had something to do with it, but Maybe it was my attendance in August to see the Royals. Friend Art Vandelay in the house tonight as well. We appreciate you for being here. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as Soto waits, but instead it's tossed over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner Fujioka. As I said, hopefully with you folks tonight, that the voice is not in what I would call perfect form. Hopefully we can give you the call here and be somewhat decent in your airwaves. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Soto swings. It's popped up softly over to short. Right there to Mizuno. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it. But Chiba in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left to board. Move to the bottom of the first. Your score is Chiba 0. And the Fighters coming to bat. Hang in tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. I try to go get myself another little drink here to keep ourselves in good stead for tonight. We'll be right back after this. We'll be right back in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for jumping in. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Go Matsumoto, Kotaro Kiyomiya, and Shin Mizutani. My friend Dinger says 90% of life is showing up. And you know what, Dinger? As I get older, that is absolutely the truth. It is unbelievable how people just can't show up most of the time. Mizuno, Kiyomiya, as Mizutani, as we said, it is Matsumoto who jumps up into the leadoff spot here tonight. He was 0 for 3 in last night's ball game. Hit 236 on the season, homer, and 19 runs batted in. Batting from the right side here against the lefty Ojima, who kicks and fires. The first pitch swung on. It's grounded into deep short. Diving to make the play is the shortstop, Tomosuji, but he's not going to be able to make the play, and it's going to be a leadoff single here for Matsumoto as he goes into the base head first. Didn't even draw the throw. He was just getting down the line as quick as he could. So the Fighters have a base runner here to get things going in the bottom of number 1. That brings Kotaro Kiyomiya to the plate. Much to the approval of the big boss, who is clapping his hands in the dugout. I have to say, I got to really tip my hat to the Fighters, the way they played this year. I never thought that they would be a playoff team this early. I figured they were maybe another year away, a little bit more pitching, a little bit better defense. The first pitch is a breaking ball, waved at and missed by Kiyomiya. But you got to tip your hat to Shinjo, as he and his coaching staff have really done a good job of getting this team prepared to play. So no balls and 1 strike. And Dinger said they hit well on Franmil. They sure did. There's a breaking ball swung on it. Is lifted into deep left field. Moving over toward the foul line, and underneath it is the left fielder, Kakanaka, and he's there to make the catch. And that is going to retire Kiyomiya for the first out of the inning. I have to tell you, I was in Saitama when Franmil Reyes was in the midst of that hitting streak. Ended up being, I think it was 25-game hit streak, and we were there for around like game number 20. Absolutely unbelievable. He's been an absolute machine for them. Well, that brings Shin Mizutani to the plate. Mizutani on the season hit 287, 9 homers, 39 runs batted in. He didn't get a chance to start in last night's ball game, but he is playing here tonight as the lefty Ojima works himself to the set position. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1. And you think about that, when I think of import players, as the Fighters have hit on Reyes, I think about the other team in the Northeast, the Tohoku Rocket and Golden Eagles, and how they have just consistently swung and missed on positional players in the last few years. No pun intended, as that breaking ball misses down and the count goes even to 1-1 on Mizutani. So 1 strike. Another game that's going on currently at the same time is the Hanshin Tigers and the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars. That series is 1-0 in the favor of Yokohama. As here comes the 1-1 pitch as the lefty works to the set and he throws over to first, and diving back in time is the base runner Matsumoto. And speaking of Franmil Reyes, he is on deck. Oakland Patches says 1-0 Tigers in bottom of the first. Well, whatever happens here, if the Marines go on to win tonight, we will pop over and do that series tomorrow if the Tigers can knock off the Bay Stars. Oakland Patches says Morishita, solo shot for the Tigers. They're going to need him to show up in these playoffs. So 1 strike to Mizutani as, again, they threw over to first base. Ojima gets his sign from the catcher, Toshiya Sato, as he works to the set. Now time's been called. Mizutani feels that he's just taken too long. So we're going to try to do everything we can to relieve. It's not really a sore throat. It's just not even sore in the neck. It's just a raspy voice. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and chop foul over on the third base side. The count goes to 1-2 now on Mizutani. Some beautiful weather out pretty much all day today. Temperatures were almost 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty good for the Pacific Northwest. For those of you who live in that area, I got a chance to enjoy some late fall weather. So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Mizutani as the lefty gets his side from his catcher Sato once again. He checks the runner at first, now delivers. Breaking ball waved at and missed, and Mizutani is down on strikes. He's in the books for out number 2, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. And as we talked about Reyes, he is definitely enjoyed himself a very fine campaign. He is 2 for 4 in last night's ball game. And I would think that the production and the play of Reyes, I don't know if he gets another chance back in Major League Baseball. I think maybe that path is over. But he probably has done well enough to earn himself at least a 2-year deal, maybe more in the NPB. There was a ball swung on and fouled away. Count is 0-1 to Reyes. Some of the Latin players start playing in Japan and they just find a great home there and never look back. And that might be Franmil Reyes' possibilities after the season he had here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch as Ojima holds set. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs. The count goes to 1-1. So 1 strike to the big fella. Another solid crowd tonight in Hokkaido. And one would expect that after a few years of the absence of the NPB playoffs. And the 1-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses down. Good stop there by the catcher, Sato. 2-1 now to Reyes. And I mentioned last night, couldn't understand why the Big Boss had split up or had separated Reyes and Manami. They had Yuya Gunji and Kamikawa Kabata hitting in between. And now tonight they've got one protecting the other as Manami is batting right in behind Franmil Reyes. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Fastball taken for a called strike. That runs the count now even to 2-2. Well, last night, both teams were not happy with the home plate umpire, especially in the early going. That is the first time tonight that we've seen Reyes sort of step back and shake his head, thinking that that is probably not a strike. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the lefty holds set. And instead, Ojima throws over to first, and again diving back to the bag is the runner Matsumoto. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Reyes. Again, Ojima gets the sign from his catcher. Looks like they're coming inside on the big fella. They've set him up. Here's the pitch. Fastball that is popped up foul. It's going to reach the seats. And I could say this, Ojima missed his spot. Didn't look like he had come in under the hands on Reyes. That one maybe got too much over the plate. I think Reyes might want that one back a bit. 2-2 it remains. Again, Matsumoto establishing his lead over at first. Ojima working himself to the set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On the way, breaking ball misses outside. There goes the runner Matsumoto down to second. And the throw is in time, and they're going to nail Matsumoto trying to steal second. That's going to go in the books. Caught stealing 2-6. He's gone for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it here. An unconventional 1-2-3, as it does leave Reyes at the plate, and he'll come to bat to lead off the next inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 1 complete. Your score is Chiba 0, Hokkaido 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call of inning number 2 when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Gregory Polanco, Toshiya Sato, and Hisanori Yasuda to get things going here in inning number 2. And the first pitch on the way to Polanco is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. Last night, Polanco accounted for one of the 2 runs with a solo shot to center field. The 1-0 pitch is on the way. There's a fastball that swung on and lifted foul into the seats on the third base side of home plate. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Gregory Polanco. Polanco 2 for 4 in the series. He had a second hit last night. Yes, he is going to be accounted for here to provide some serious offense. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Polanco. Polanco and Soto in the lineup pack a powerful 1-2 punch. They can feed off each other. If you want to walk one, you might have to face the other, or if you pitch around one, you will face the other. There's a split figure pitch that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Polanco steps in and it's ready to face the 2-2 offering from the right-hander Kanamura, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly over to the right side, fielded neatly by the first baseman Martinez, and he's going to take it himself and step on the bag. That's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for out number 1. That's going to bring up the catcher Toshiya Sato. Well, for Sato, he was 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. He got the start. He also took a couple of knocks. He had a ball that was in the dirt that caught him in the inside of the kneecap or inside of the knee. Also took another one that hit him in the kneecap, which of course is protected by the shin guards, but nevertheless, it's still smart. It was that first pitch fastball misses up to Sato. The count is 1-0. Sato enjoyed a productive season. He had 278. He ended up finishing in the top 5 in batting average in the NPB, or at least in the Pacific League. As that breaking ball misses down, and the count now is 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting catcher. Right-hander kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-1. Be Hisanori Yasuda to follow here in inning number 2. The thing we got to get you caught up on is the starting defense tonight for the Fighters. As that fastball swung on, it's popped up behind home plate. It's going to drift into the seats, and the count remains at 2-2. Fighters tonight defensively from left to right field. It's Mizutani in left, the center fielder Matsumoto, and in right field Manami. Around the horn from first to third, Martinez is at first. At second, Kamikawa Kabata. Shortstop is Mizuno with the third baseman Kiyomiya. The battery of Kanamura and Tamiya. So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Sato. It's on its way. It is a split figure pitch, swung on and missed. And he's in the books for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away here in the second. It's going to leave it up to the third baseman, Hisanori Yasuda. Well, Yasuda's making his 2024 playoff debut. He hit 228 last night, or on the season. No homers and 15 runs batted in. He gets the start at third base tonight. Left-handed hitting. Third baseman of the Marines. And the first pitch is a slow breaking ball that misses outside. That pitch floated up at 57 miles an hour. So 1-0 here to Yasuda. Again, the right-hander delivers. There is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the right-hander working to the set, kicks and fires. Fastball catches the inside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Yasuda. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the right-hander Kanamura gets the sign from Tamiya, he works himself to the set. And here comes the pitch. And that is a split figure pitch, swung on and missed. And Yasuda's in the books. He's gone for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down go the Marines in their half of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're skipping along as we move to the bottom half of inning number 2. Your score is The Marines nothing, and the Fighters nothing. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. I'll be right back after these. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to come to bat here for the Fighters in inning number 2. It'll be Franmil Reyes coming to bat. He was at the plate when Go Matsumoto got gunned down in the first inning. It'll be followed by Chusei Manami and Yua Tamiya. So a fresh count here for Reyes to get things going. Our friend Digger in the house here says defending champs are on the ropes. Oh, that's interesting to hear. I wonder what's going on over there. There's a fastball swung on and lifted foul down the right field line, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Reyes. Our friend God is great in the house tonight as well. We appreciate you for being here. Our friend Oakland Patches jumps in and apologizes as he was just beaten to the punch by a couple of moments by our friend Dinger. There's a breaking ball swung on, chopped slowly over to third. And ironically, it's going to be an infield hit here for Franmil Reyes. That is going to be his third hit of the playoffs. But it is an infield variety, and you have to say I would have never picked that for the big fella on the bingo card here tonight. He was absolutely fooled on the pitch, but sometimes when you're going good, you got to be lucky. And I got to tell you, I got to tip my hat to Franmil Reyes. I've seen him. I haven't watched a ton of Franmil in the big leagues, but boy, does he give it hard getting down the line for the Fighters. I was rather surprised when I was in sight of it just to see how he moves around the bases. You got to tip your hat to the big guy. That brings Chusei Manami to the plate. Manami was 2 for 3 in last night's affair. He had 18 homers and 60 runs batted in on the campaign. And a 252 average to go with it. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. Defensively tonight for the Marines, from left to right field, it's Kakanaka in left. The center fielder is Fujiwara with the right fielder, Oka. Around the horn from first to third, it's Soto at first. Fujioka at second. The shortstop, Tomosuji, and the third baseman, Yasuda. With the battery of Ojima and Sato. And ironically, Yasuda getting the start tonight at third. It was Shogo Nakamura who had homered in last night's game, who accounted for half the runs. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Count goes even to 1-1 on Manami. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. And our friend Oakland Patches says now it's 4-1 for the Bay Stars. Our friend Troy in the house tonight. We welcome you, Troy. Appreciate you for jumping in here. Just a little bit raspy voice here tonight, although I have to say it seems to be improving a bit. Breaking ball misses outside. It's now 2-1 to Manami. We are drinking some Arnold Palmer Arizona lemonade and tea. And maybe it's the lemon in the lemonade That is helping our throat a bit. So the runner at first is Reyes, 2 balls and 1 strike to Manami. And Ojima kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on its tap foul over on the third base side of home plate. Count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Crowd is chanting away here as Manami waits on the offering from the lefty Ojima as he works himself set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Manami. He's gone in the books for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Ua Tamiya. Our friend Nick says Arizona iced tea is also 99 cents in Canada. Honestly, Nick, I don't know. I bought 2 cases of Arizona tea, or actually I bought about 4 cases of it. I bought the Arizona sweet tea, or the lemonade and tea, and I bought the Arizona Southern style sweet tea down in the States. So I can't really tell you if it's up in Canada here or any of that stuff. I usually get it coming up the I-5. Well, that brings Ua Tamiya to the plate. Tamiya making his first appearance in the playoffs. I think 277 with 3 homers and 30 runs driven in. He takes a first pitch. A fastball upstairs. The count is quickly 1-0 to Tamiya. But I love the Arizona product. So 1 ball and no strikes to Tamiya as the lefty Ojima holds set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side of home plate. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Tamiya again digging himself in, waiting on the offering here from Ojima as Ojima holds set. And now the pitch on the way. It is a fastball down and away, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Not ad-libbing a whole lot tonight, as we said, just because going to try to make it through these 9 innings. Hopefully it's 9 innings. This would be the night, of course, it would probably go to 12. There's 2 balls and 1 strike here to the left-handed hitting Tamiya. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count goes to 2-2. Ariel Martinez waiting his turn on deck. Runner at first, Franmil Reyes. 1 gone here in the second. Score locked up at 0s as we are in the bottom half of inning number 2. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the right side. Fielded by the second baseman. Over to second for 1. Back to first. It's an inning-ending double play. That's going to go in the books as a 4-6-3 variety. Nice job there by Fujioka to start it. And it was a nice job there by the shortstop, Tomosuji, to help finish it. And that is going to do it here for the Fighters in their half of the inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, nobody left the board. We're now through 2 complete. Your score is the Chiba Lotte Marines 0 and the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a few with all the action, top of the third, just around the corner after this. Appreciate you guys for listening in on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel here tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving ourselves to the top of inning number 3, and it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat for the Marines. Means that Suki Tomosuji, Kyoto Fujiwara, and the top of the order, Hiromi Oka, to face the right-hander. The first pitch is a fastball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Tomosuji was 1 for 3 in last night's affair. He also got himself in a pickle between third and home as they tried to squeeze him home, but it did not work last night as that fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is now 1-1 to Tomosuji. Right-hander against right-hander. As Kanamura works himself to the belt, here comes the pitch. Fastball misses up and away, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kanamura again working himself to the belt, ready to go again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball down, and it gets through the catcher, Tamiya. It's going to run the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are going to keep an eye on that ball game over at the Koshin Stadium. And as we said, it is in the bottom of the second inning, 4-1 for the Bay Stars. Pitch is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line. It's slicing into the corner. And it's just going to slice into the netting and down the right field line. It's going to keep the count at 2-2. There's netting that is down the right field line there, and it just sort of bounced in there. You run out a lot of real estate there at right down to the corner. As Chusei Minami had given chase. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted into left field. Coming hard is Mizutani. He slides and he makes the catch. Oh, it's a little bit of an adventure out there for that left fielder. We've seen him defensively make a few gaffes, but that one there he had a beat on. Good jump, and he was able to haul it in. Tomosuji gone for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Kyoto Fujiwara. Just looking at the replay for that. A nice job there by Mizutani. He had caught it, but then he slid afterwards. A little bit of an adventure when the balls get hit out that way. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Fujiwara. Pitch on the way, fastball swung on. It's chopped over to the right side. Fielded by Kamikawa Kabata. He throws to first, and Fujiwara's gone on a ground out 4-3. Just like that, there's 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Hiromi Oka. Just was taking a look at the scoring for the Bay Stars. It was a 3-run double. And that looks like it was Tobashira who was able to do that for the Bay Stars. There's a ball lifted into deep left center field. Coming over and making the catch on the run is the left fielder Mizutani. So he's a busy man here in the third as Oka is retired for the third out. We'll try to get you updated on some more of that information in the game between the Bay Stars and the Tigers. But for now, here as we move to the bottom of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board for Chiba. It is a 0-0 ball game. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Bottom of the third, just around the corner when we return.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Sorry about that, everybody. We had to take a little quick time out as it was nature calling, as it was a infield single off the bat of Ariel Martinez into the 6-hole that was stopped by Tomosuji. He wasn't able to throw him out. It was on a 2-0 pitch. It's going to bring Tatsuki Mizuno to the plate. Mizuno was 1 for 3 in last night's ball game. As we mentioned here, we're going to be battling nature's elements here tonight. I just have that feeling. It's the throat is one thing, and then other pieces as well are feeling like we got a bit of a gut punch going on, as it is going to be Mizuno striding into the plate here, and he's already showing bunt with the runner at first and nobody out. And instead, they throw over to first base, and getting back easily is Martinez. Left-hander Ojima getting his sign from his catcher. Sato again squaring the bunt. Here is Mizuno. And the pitch on the way. It is bunted foul behind home plate, and the count is quickly 0-1. Interesting here in this situation, Ariel Martinez, the runner. I think you want to take a shot at Martinez. You definitely want to have a look to see if he is going to be off to the races or not. If you could take a shot at him, you do it. So no balls and 1 strike here to the starting shortstop of the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters. Troy said you had the you had the 3 times in a row. Yeah, I had to do something. I ended up putting the loop button there to have to bounce away as that pitch is swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-2. Apologize for that one. There's probably worse things that we could have put on loop. As we said, we had to all of a sudden make a quick dash to the other room, as it was the Mexican 2-step we were doing. We were 2-stepping in a quick step manner. So no balls and 2 strikes it is here to the shortstop Mizuno as he waits here on the offering. Mizuno digs himself in. He's waggling the bat. friend Shotgun Shell thought that was pretty good. Probably the Mexican quick step, more like it. Yes, here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way. It is a fastball down and away, and the count now goes to 1-2. Only 32 pitches thus far for Ojima. He's allowed 2 hits tonight. He's had help from his defense to erase them. One was caught stealing, and 3 hits tonight. One was caught stealing, and one was erased in a double play. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, lifted foul into the seats over on the third base side. The count remains at 1-2. We had 2 different drinks tonight that we were pounding back. We had the Arizona iced tea, which was the half and half Arnold Palmer. And then we got something else by Sangria. It's a melon cola. If you've never had it, it is a pretty cool taste. It's a fizzy, almost like a cream soda. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on, grounded to second. They go to second for 1, back to first, and they say, not in time. We might want to have a look at that one. But Ariel Martinez is definitely erased at second base. Manager Yoshi, is he going to go up and have a peek? Well, we're not sure yet. We're going to get a look at it ourselves here. It was grounded over to the second baseman. A nice job there by Fujioka, and probably the right decision not to challenge, as the speed of Mizuno was able to beat it out. So that's going to go down as a fielder's choice, 4-6. Erasing Martinez at second. It's going to bring Daigo Kamikawa to the plate. For Kamikawa, he was 0 for 3 in last night's affair. 248 on the season with a homer and 16 runs driven in. And Ojima does a little token toss over to first. Our friend Troy in the house tonight, he says, unfortunately, the Tigers lost, but he was at the first game at Comerica. It was unforgettable. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-0 to Kamikawa. The Tigers, if you would have asked me in spring training if they were going to make the playoffs, I would have laughed at you. If you would have told me in July they were going to make the playoffs, I would have laughed at you again. They played outstanding baseball in the month of August and September. Just to get into the playoffs was an unbelievable feat for those of you who like the team in the Motor City. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away. The count now goes to 2-0 on Kamikawa. So a lot of people in that Metro Detroit area had come out of the closet to support the Tigers. But I don't know if that could be repeated next year based on the way that the pitching staff was used in 2024. So here comes the 2-0 pitch as the lefty Ojima holds to the set. Instead, he throws over to first, and getting back easily is the runner Mizuno. So 2 balls and no strikes. Left-hander against the left-hander. Ojima kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. Its grounded foul down the first base line, just past the bag. The runner Mizuno was on the move. It was a hit and run. But he had just pulled that one just a bit foul. If that ball would have stayed fair, it would have been trouble. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Kamikawa. Matsumoto waits his turn on deck. Nothing is our score line here. We're looking at the other runs in that game over at Koshin Stadium. It was Shugomaki had knocked in the 4th run. And it's 4-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tigers are on the ropes. As that pitch is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 2-2 on Kamikawa Kabata. I'd like to get my hands on an NPB baseball. Not only to get my hands on it, I'd like to see the seams. I'd like to see how it compares to a Major League Baseball. Say it's a little bit smaller in terms of its circumference. There's a fastball swung on, grounded over to first. Soto fields it. He throws to second for one. Back to first. It's not in time. That's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to erase Mizuno 3-6 as he's gone for the second out of the inning. Kamikawa Kabata is safe on the backside. That is going to bring up the top of the order in Go Matsumoto. Well, for Matsumoto, he is 1 for 1 tonight. He was gunned down to end the first inning as he was trying to steal. But Matsumoto on the series now 1 for 4. Friend Troy said he tried to get his daughter to get me one while she was stationed in Okinawa, but no luck. I'm not sure what it was that you were trying to get her to get you there, Troy. I might have missed over that. As that fastball misses outside, the count is 1-0 to Matsumoto. So 1 ball and no strikes. Left-hander Ojima works himself to the set. There's a pitch. It's a breaking ball, misses down and in. Count now goes to 2-0. He says an NPB official baseball. Yeah, I never really thought about it. I was in the Mizuno store, and in fact, I'm not even sure who puts it out. I know obviously Rawlings makes the balls in Major League Baseball. Not really sure who has the contract in the NPB. So here comes the 2-0 offering, but instead they flip it over to first base. And diving back in time is the base runner Kamikawa Kabata. Got to keep your eye on Kamikawa Kabata here. He can run, doesn't run a whole lot. In this particular situation, with Matsumoto at the plate, you may consider putting him in motion. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is now 2-1 on Matsumoto. As I said, I'd like to see what the seams are like. I remember Major League Baseball probably about 7-8 years ago went to the low seams on the pitches or on the baseball. Of course, low seams are not favorable for the pitchers. Takes away some of the movement. But who would know? As the 2-1 pitch is on the way. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, chopped softly over to short. Tomosuji's going to have to hurry. He fields it. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Matsumoto on a ground out 6-3 as he has gone for the third out of the inning. Well, no runs in the inning. They did have a hit, did the Fighters. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through a third of the ball game. It is the Marines nothing and the Fighters nothing. We are where we started. Back in just a few right after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Keep you guys and your attention laser focused as our friend Shotgun Shell is in the house. We got a couple of new ones for you here, Shotgun. Welcome back, everybody. A shotgun shell right on cue for you. We are on song tonight, even though our voice is scare away a lot of the pigeons. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Chiba. That's Fujioka, Kakanaka, and Soto to come to bat. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Fujioka. Fujioka batting from the left side. He is 1 for 1 tonight. 3 for 4 in the series so far. As the right-hander Kanamura delivers, it's a fastball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. As I said earlier on, it's going to be a battle of attrition here, or attrition of the voice. As the pitch is a fastball swung on, is looped into left field. This is going to be trouble. Coming hard and making the catch on the run is Mizutani. He does not make things look easy. He makes them look interesting. He is going to make his 3rd put out of the ball game. And that retires Fujioka for the first out. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Katsuya Kakanaka. Nice running grab there by Mizutani. We got a chance to see the replay of that one. Quality defense there by the Marines left fielder. Well, that brings Kakanaka to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight as he flew out to center field his first time up. There's a fastball that's missed outside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Kanamura kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. Now the count runs even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As our French shotgun shell in the house. As we said, we got all kinds of tricks for you tonight. There's a fastball swung on, is lifted into deep center field. Moving back is Matsumoto at the edge of the warning track. He's going to have room to haul it in. That is going to retire Kakanaka for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Neftali Soto. Well, for Soto, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He had popped to short, or had a soft liner to short his first time up. Batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Kanamura. As the first pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball outside. Count is quickly 1-0. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander working himself to the belt. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, grounded softly to short. Bobbled by Mizuno. He throws to first. And they're going to retire Soto on a ground out 6-3. That's the 3rd out of the inning. The Marines go in order, and it has now been, at least by our books, 11 in a row retired by Kanamura. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Their score as we move to the last of the 4th inning, it is 0-0. Hang tight, everybody, and our friend Shotgun Shell is going to get another viewing for his pleasure. We'll be right back after this in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of inning number 4. It'll be Katara Kiyomiya, Shin Mizutani, and Franmil Reyes to face the lefty Ojima. For Kiyomiya, he is 0 for 1 tonight, 0 for 4 on the series. A rough night at the office defensively last night. He wasn't charged with an error, but he could have been. Could have been twice. So left-hander against the left-hander. As Ojima toes the rubber, and he's ready to go here. First pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Katara Kiyomiya. Only 43 pitches through the first 3 innings for Ojima, as he's on pace for 129. I don't think he's going to get to that mark, but you never know. As the 1-0 is on the way, it is a fastball swung on and missed. The count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. If there is a game 3, we'll be on the airwaves tomorrow, and hopefully we can bring it to you. If our voice holds up, if not, we'll have to find some way to maybe type it in Morse code, as there's a fastball swung on and lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats down the left field line, and the count is 1-2 on Kiyomiya. Mizutani and Franmil Reyes to follow here in the innings. So Ojima has some firepower to face. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We do stream on Twitch as well, just not as much effort on our end put into the Twitch streams, or at least the promotion of it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. I'm not sure what everybody's take on the NIL stuff is down south of the border for college sports. I heard recently that it's as funny as it is, one of the college teams had put QR codes on the helmets, so people could take their phones, apply it to the TV screen, and donate money straight away to that player. There's a fastball that just misses inside. They appeal to the third base umpire, but they say Kiyomiya didn't go, and that's going to run the count full. That's a pretty interesting piece. You got your running back running down the field with a QR code on his helmet, and while he's running down the field, he's collecting all kinds of money coming his way. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as the lefty kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into left field. Coming hard, sliding, and making the catch is Kakanaka. Oh, a nice defensive play there by the veteran left fielder. That is going to retire Kiyomiya for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Shin Mizutani. Well, for Mizutani, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He has struck out his only time to the plate. We mentioned in the opening part, he had hit .287 on the regular season with 9 homers and 39 runs batted in. He was also the MVP of interleague play. He had cooled off significantly as the season had went on. As the first pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that misses inside. They appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say that Mizutani didn't go, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Left-hander against the right-hander. Ojima kicks and delivers. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to the right-handed hitting left fielder of the Fighters. So here comes the 2-0 pitch as the lefty Ojima kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Mizutani. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball, take it for a called strike, and now the count runs even to 2s. Mizutani was jumping up and down. I'm not sure if he liked the call or he's upset with himself that he didn't take a hack. Pitch had hung up there enough for him to be able to do either one. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taps slowly back to the pitcher Ojima. Fields it, turns, and fires to first, and that's going to retire Mizutani on a ground out 1-3. So 2 up and 2 away here in the 4th inning, and that's going to bring the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. As a reminder, we will be on the air for all of the games in the Climax Series, or at least the Climax Series finals, or the Pacific League, and then it'll be the Japan Series toward the end of the month. We're looking forward to being on the call for those. I think there might be only one night that I might have a problem with, but I think all the games are pretty much middle of the night, so hopefully you guys can join us. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Reyes. Reyes has a single in his only trip. It was a dribbler to the third baseman. There was a dribbler or a chopper that sort of died, and he was able to make it out or to leg it out in inning number 2 for his first hit of the game. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field, but not deep enough. It's going to get down for a base hit. And it is going to be a single as it's been cut off by Fujiwara. And Reyes has got himself his 2nd hit of the game. That's his 4th hit of the playoffs. 4 for 6 now for the big fella, as he's got a 2-out knock, and that's going to bring Uchusei Minami to the plate. And our friend Manny Mike is in the house here. We welcome you, Manny. Glad you could be here. It's not the same without you. So that brings Minami to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in this one. He had struck out his only time to the plate. This game here is needing some offense at some point. Last night's ball game, the first run came at the top of the 5th inning. It was a solo shot off the bat of Shogo Nakamura. But you don't have to worry about Nakamura having a solo shot tonight, as he is not in the lineup. Or at least early on, he is not. Here's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball missing down. Count is 1-0 to Minami. Minami 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his only time up. But he was 2 for 3 last night. A couple of hits. As he rests the bat on his shoulders. Now waiting for the offering from the left-hander. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball misses down. And the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Minami waiting here on the offering from the left-hander Ojima. This game here, Ojima, when there's runners on base, just seems to take a slower pace. And now Minami asks for time. Our friend Manny says, love it here. Keep it going. Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle tonight. We got the raspy voice and I'm not sure we're, I'm not going to say under the weather, but I have a feeling we're heading that way. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Minami. Minami rests the bat on his shoulder. He's got a bit of an open stance here against the lefty. And the pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball swung on, chopped over to third. They're going to go to first, and that is going to do it. It's a ground out 5-3. Minami's in the books for the 3rd out. The Fighters, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 5th inning. Your score is the Marines 0 and the Fighters 0. Stick around, everybody. This is where it got interesting yesterday. We appreciate you guys for hanging with us here tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We're back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. The top of the fifth is coming up here, as it is going to be Gregory Polanco, Toshiya Sato, and Hisanori Yasuda come to bat. He face the right-hander Shoma Kanamura. Kanamura has been pretty steady, as he has allowed only one hit in this one. It was a single by Yudai Fujioka back in the first inning. And since then, he has been absolutely lights out. As there's a pitch that's lifted foul down the left field line, and the count is 0-1. He's retired 11 Marines in a row, but he has reached base against him since that hit by Fujioka. As the right-hander Kanamura works himself to the set position, and the 0-1 is on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded foul over on the first base side. Now the count goes to 0-2. Just as a reminder, as we are approaching the bottom or at the end of the fifth, they do take an extended break between inning 5 and inning 6, and we ourselves will take an extended break, as we will put the music on loop and let you be entertained with some drums from the Chiba game. As the 0-2 is on the way, it is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. Polanco's in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. Shotgun Shell says, where can I send it to? You can send it to our regular email address, which is on our website, info@lastrapsbaseball.com. It's the best place to be able to send it to. So here we go. Here comes the first offering to Toshiya Sato. It's a slow breaking ball that misses up and in, and the count is 1-0. For some of you may or may not know, we actually got demonetized this past week. I think there's been a bit of a sweep on that, as there's a fastball that misses outside. It's now 2-0. We were running a lot of shorts with Major League Baseball over pretty much the last 18 months. And what had happened is the short videos we were doing, they said we didn't have enough original content. There's a fastball swung on, grounded over to third, fielded neatly by Kiyomiya. He throws to first, and Sato is retired on a ground out 5-3. He's gone for the second out of the inning. So we got kicked out at least for 3 months, suspended. So we'll go sit in the corner and removed all our short videos that might have been in question, and any long form videos that might have been in question. As they said, we were doing reused content. So we had figured it was probably in our best interest to take it out, and we'll carry on in the new year. There's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. This ball could be trouble, and this ball is going to be gone. A home run, as that ball has been smoked into right field. And Hisanori Yasuda, who was out of last night's ball game, and the replacement for Shogo Nakamura, has deposited a solo shot into the right field bullpen. And that is going to put the Marines ahead 1-0 here in the fifth inning. Unbelievable. Our friend Mars Film says it's terrible. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I could tell you, we were walking a thin line when we were doing it. We could do the slow motion videos, but we've got to add some content. So now I've got to kind of do some scripts and voiceovers and maybe some explaining of the swings. We're kind of doing the lazy man's effort, I guess, of it. There's a fastball taken for a called strike by Tomosuji. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. And the other thing is that I know that if you go and look at John Boy Media, and I know Fuzzy was having problems, and there were a bunch of the larger creators, as that fastball is taken for a called strike. It's now 1-2 here to Tomosuji. There's been some offshore outlets that maybe have licenses from Major League Baseball, and the offshore contents were the ones who were probably complaining. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to first. Martinez fields it. He steps on the bag, and Tomosuji is retired. but not until a home run here by Yasuda, as that is going to be the third out of the inning. So 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. No errors and nobody left aboard. The home run by Yasuda is the difference in this one. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is 1-0 for the Chiba. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back here in just a few. Appreciate you guys. It was a solo shot that has got the Marines out in front. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us and for listening in tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have yen, we have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. Hisanori Yasuda solo shot in the top of the 5th has given the Marines a 1-0 lead. It'll be Tamiya, Martinez, and Mizuno to come to bat here. At the bottom of the 5th, and the first pitch is swung on and lifted down the left field line. Racing over, but it's running out of room as the left fielder Kakanaka, as that ball is going to slice foul, and the count is quickly 0-1. Friend Troy says YouTube can be kind of fickle sometimes. Yeah, it can be, and they've always got changing rules. But the reality of it is we don't really want to lose the channel. We would never want that to happen. So we can toe the line here a little bit and play the game of what they want us to do, and we have to go from there. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Tamiya. Manny says, you think the Fighters can come back? Yeah, I think you got to really be on high alert with Ojima about the 6th inning. I'm not sure how far I would stay with them, as there's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. I think the positive here is that Ojima's only at 63 pitches. I don't know what the limit for him would be, but I think I'd be worried after about 85. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Sato fields it. He throws to first. And Tamiya is gone on a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. He is gone for the first out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Ariel Martinez. Well, this game needed a run to get it some life. I just wasn't sure it was going to be the Marines to do it. But the firepower that the Fighters have, you've got Martinez, Reyes, Manami, even Kiyomiya. All 4 of those guys are in scoring position when they step into the batter's box. Our friend Jay jumps in and says, who do you think is going to win this game? There's a fastball that misses down and in. The count is 1-0. Well, first of all, I sure didn't think the starting pitcher would have been the starter Kanamura for the Fighters tonight. Breaking ball swung on, chopped slowly over to third. Yasuda's going to have to hurry. He throws to first, and they're going to gun down Martinez by a half a step. It's ground out 5-3. He's in the books for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop Tetsuki Mizuno. So I guess I would have to say, from my thing or my standpoint, I'm not so sure that the winds are favoring the Fighters tonight. I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. But they do have the weapons to be able to get them a run back. Doesn't really answer your question. So I'm going to just say probably the Marines tonight will close it out. Here comes the offering from Ojima. Fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Ojima's been pretty good here tonight, too. He's only allowed 4 hits. He's allowed 1 per inning. As the lefty delivers a breaking ball swung on and tap foul on the first base side. Count now goes to 0-2 on Mizuno. I'm curious to see if the Fighters are going to continue with their starter. They do have action in their bullpen. The pitching coach had got up to say something to the starters, so we'll see if he stays in the ball game. Here's Ojima ready to deliver the 0-2. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses outside. The count goes to 1-2. Good news is at least in this ball game here, if you've taken the under through the first 5, you're probably smelling like a rose right now. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on, grounded to the right side, but it's through the 4-hole into right field, and Mizuno's aboard with a 2-out single. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Kamikawa Kabata. And by the looks of it, I have a feeling Kanamura is going to be done for the night because he has just gone down the tunnel. So we may have a new fighter pitcher for the start of inning number 6. Once again, I want to thank everybody for popping in here tonight with us, as we will be back on the airwaves again tomorrow. This series go to a 3rd game. I mentioned last night that the series, I gave some incorrect information. This is a best-of-3 series, all games being held at the home of the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters. The next series, no matter who wins, it's already a 1-0 lead for Fukuoka, as that is the first team to 4 wins will win that series. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Kamikawa Kabata. For Kamikawa Kabata, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He bounced into a fielder's choice his last time up. 0 for 4 in the series. So the lefty Ojima works himself to the set. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0. So remember I was saying about Ojima earlier on, saying that you got to keep your eye on him. He's at 72 pitches right now. I would think that they probably bring him out for the 6th, but they've got to find a way to get something going, or at least get the bullpen going, because the top of the order is just around the corner here. So 2 balls and no strikes as the lefty works set. And now delivers. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a called strike. And now the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Fighters crowd is cheering their home team on here. They need some offense. They have gone almost 14 full innings without scoring a run here in the playoffs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And instead, Ojima throws to first, and diving back in time is the runner Mizuno. Our friend Troy, who was in here earlier, was saying about the Detroit Tigers making the playoffs. Well, just as the Tigers made the playoffs, the Fighters making the playoffs here is a big deal. As I said at the beginning, probably in my eyes, they were about a year away. There's a fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, Tomosuji. He steps on the bag at second, and that is going to do it. It's a fielder's choice to the shortstop for out number 3. And that will do it here. No runs in the inning. No hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left aboard. Check that, 1 hit in the inning. No errors, 1 runner left aboard. Scores 1-0 as we move to the 6th. Remember, we're going to put the music on loop. We'll be back here in just a few because it's what we like to call our Japanese halftime. We'll be back in a few. Appreciate you stopping in, Troy, and thanks for hanging out with us here tonight. Hopefully you catch some more of the Japanese series coming up here in the next little bit. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us. It is our Japanese halftime, and we'll be back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. I was speculating that Shoma Kanamura might be done for this evening, but no, he is back out there again as he has delivered 53 pitches. But the Fighters do have a right-hander and a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. So we're going to wait and see what tricks that they have up their sleeve. It is Yamazaki who is throwing the left-hander for the Fighters. Heard that he was going to be shifted to the bullpen, as he was probably not going to get a start in this series here. Well, it is going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat here for the Marines in inning number 6. Fujiwara, Oka, and Fujioka to face the right-hander Kanamura here, as the first pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It's popped up just in front of home plate. Moving over underneath it is the catcher, Tamiya, and he has to drift into foul territory, and he makes the catch. And that, with one pitch, we have one away here. In inning number 6, that'll bring up the top of the order in Hiromi Oka. Well, for Oka, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown to right and flown to left. Batting from the right side here against the right-handed slants of the starter Kanamura. And the first pitch is taken for a ball. Count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. We didn't have to do that emergency landing at the halftime of the 5th innings. The way it is right now, we may take a little extended break here. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-0 at the end of this half inning. As we said, feels like we've got a bit of a gut punch. It is ebbing and flowing tonight. So here comes the 2-0 pitch to Oka. Breaking ball taken for called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. Oka's 0 for 6 in the series now, 0 for 2 tonight. Looking for his first hit. Oka's had himself a pretty good season for the Marines thus far. As the right-hander delivers, it's a fastball that misses outside. It's now 3-1 to Oka. Some ways looks like that the Fighters fans wanted to do a whiteout, as they were all dressed in white in certain areas of the stands. Here's the 3-1 fastball, center cut, taken for a called strike. The count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Oka. Again, the right-hander working himself to the set position. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded right back to the pitcher, fielded by Kanamura. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Oka on a ground out 1-3. He's in the books for the second out of the inning. It's going to lead all up to Yudai Fujioka. Just stuck his glove out there, and look what I found. Love when that happens. Well, that's 2 in the books, and that is going to bring Fujioka to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight, 3 for 5 in the series. As the left-handed hitting second baseman waits. First pitch fastball misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Fujioka waiting here on the offering from the righty. There's a fastball swung on, grounded over to short. Mizuno fields it, throws to first. And that is going to do it as Fujioka's in the books. And the Marines go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We'll take our little emergency timeout here in this half inning. Stick around, everybody. It is 1-0. We'll be back in a few. We're just going to put the music on that loop again. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. With one pitch, there is one away as Go Matsumoto has flown out to center field to start the bottom of the 6th inning. That is going to bring up the third baseman, Kitaro Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya is officially 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown out twice to left field, 0 for 5 in the series. As the lefty Ojima kicks and delivers, there is a fastball swung on and missed. Count is quickly 0-1. It is the top of the order to face Ojima here. My guess, if I was a betting man, and that would be he goes through the order one more time before they go to the bullpen. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, chopped softly over to the third base side of the pitcher's mound. Ojima comes off. He fields it. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Kiyomiya to ground out 1-3 for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Shin Mizutani. And if he keeps pitching like he is, who knows, maybe they'll let him go the whole way, but I would seriously doubt it. And the youthful exuberance of Mizutani, he sprints up to the batter's box. I'm not so sure the way Ojima's pitching tonight that I'd be sprinting to the box. But that is him here ready to go. And for Mizutani, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded out his 2 trips to the plate. As the lefty kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Still 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Bay Stars over the Tigers. Defending champs are on a collision course with getting knocked out as there is a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-1 to Mizutani. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball misses outside. It's now 2-1. Should they go to a game 3 in the Central League, it'll be Katara Otake taking to the hill for the Tigers against Anthony Kay of the Bay Stars. But that game is looking more and more like the Bay Stars are going to need to play that game tomorrow. There's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back. Count goes to 2-2. Fighters and Marines have not announced their starters. They did so after the game last night, after we went off the airwaves. And my guess, if I thought it would be tonight, would be Keuchel against Ito. But who knows if that is going to be the case or if it even is going to happen. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the lefty holds to the set. And now he kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed. It is dropped by Sato. They got to throw to first. That's going to retire Mizutani on a strikeout, 2-3. And that is going to do it here for the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. That's the first inning that Ojima has not allowed a hit. You're now moving to the top of the 7th inning. Your score is Chiba 1. And the Fighters no score. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 7th inning, and coming to bat for Chiba will be Kakanaka, Soto, and Polanco. As the right-hander is still continuing with a pitch, and that is Kanamura. I would have thought that they were going to bring him out at one point there, as they had action going in the bullpen. He had made his way down the tunnel. But he's got only allowed 2 hits in this one here, but the big one is the solo shot by Hisanori Yasuda. As we start to now begin the back third of the ball game, as Kakanaka 0 for 2 tonight has flown to center field both times to the plate. First pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. My friend Jay says he wants to lock in Hokkaido at plus 1.5. There's a fastball that misses. The count is 1-1. Praying they could come back or keep the same score. Well, I have to tell you, I have to wait and see here. I would have not predicted this outcome here tonight at the outset, as that ball is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2 on Kakanaka. Probably would have, if you would have asked me before this one started, I would have been leaning to the Fighters in this one to at least even the series. But the way this game has played out, the way that Ojima has pitched, and he has silenced the bats of the Fighters, they may not get anything tonight. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted in deep right field. This ball is trouble. And this ball is gone. A home run by Katsuya Kakanaka. Another solo shot allowed here tonight. And that has increased the scoreline to 2-0. So my friend Jay, maybe just hold on to those thoughts there, because it is now a 2-run lead for the Marines. And both the home runs have really come out of nowhere. He's been cruising along for the most part, has been Kanemaru. And then all of a sudden, bam, a home run. And that is the second one here, as the Fighters now might as well be trailing by 100 runs, it seems. I got to tell you, the Fighters have been shut out for 15 consecutive innings. And there's just nothing. It looks like they're picking their bats up out of a freezer to go to hit. Here's the first pitch to Neftali Soto. It swung on and popped up over on the right side. Moving over underneath it is Kamikawa Kabata. He's there to make the catch, and Soto is gone for out number 1, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Gregory Polanco. Got the replay of that home run by Kakanaka, and boy, he was right on time with the pitch. So 2 solo shots tonight, 2 solo shots last night. That provided the only runs for the Marines in the series. And up comes a Gregory Polanco, and the first pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. Polanco tonight is 0 for 2. He was 2 for 4 in last night's ball game, including a home run. But 2-0 now for the Marines here in the top of the 7th. Their friend Zay fighting a good fight. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to second, fielded by the second baseman, Mizuno. He throws to first. That's going to be a ground out 4-3. Or check that. That was Kamikawa Kabata. And that's going to retire Polanco for the second out. I'll bring up the catcher, Toshiya Sato. Well, for Sato, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips to the plate. And you think about it, the Marines tonight have only got 3 hits, but 2 have been allowed. A home run by Yasuda and a home run by Kakanaka. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Sato. I'm not sure Sato agreed with the home plate umpire. I'm sure they'll have a chat in between innings. So no balls and 1 strike as the pitch is on the way. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted down the left field line. It is slicing, and it's going to bounce foul. And the count now goes to 0-2 on Sato. So no balls and 2 strikes. So Ojima up and throwing again in front of the Chiba bullpen. Well, I got to tell you, as I said, I would have thought Ojima might have been good for about 6 or 7 innings tonight. Well, he's obviously good for 6. And he has got a pitch count that is in his favor. There's a split finger pitch swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 1-2 to Sato. Fighters are getting themselves into the deep water here as they are starting to run out of outs. They got 9 outs left to try to do some damage and to get some runs back. So here comes the 0-2 pitch as the right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, and it's past the glove of the shortstop, Mizuno, into center field. So a 2-out single here by Sato, and that's going to bring up the first hero of the Marines, and that would be Hisanori Yasuda. And it also brings Shinjo to the top step of the dugout, so let's see what he's got in mind. What he's got in mind is it looks like it is the end of the night for Kanemaru. As he is calling to the bullpen. They're going to be making themselves a pitching change. So hang tight, everybody. Pitching change on the docket here. As the Fighters are going to their bullpen, first pitching change of the night. We'll be back here in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. And my question is to you guys, where is Ito, and is he going to get a chance to pitch in this series?
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in. Check them out. Leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a left-hander. It's going to be Ryusuke Kawano coming into the ball game as he's going to be enlisted to take over to face Hisanori Yasuda. We'll see if the manager Yoshi is going to play check with him as well. It looks like there is a new left fielder as Mizutani is done for the night. Looks like it is Daiki Asama as he will head into left field. So we'll make our changes here. I assume it's a straight-up switch for Mizutani. Asama got the start in last night's ball game. But now he is come on to replace Mizutani. Mizutani was rather anemic at the plate. He had struck out twice and grounded out. But it is Yasuda and Kakanaka doing the damage so far in this one here tonight for the Marines. 2 solo shots, much like last night when Nakamura and Polanco took the Fighters pitchers deep. And 2-0, the Marines are enjoying their lead right now. So they're going to let Yasuda continue to hit here. No matchup here as it's going to be a left-hander versus the left-hander. And Kawano delivers a fastball that just misses a bit low, and the count is 1-0. Kind of like that. You're up 2-0. You're left-handed hitting. Yasuda has homered in his last at-bat. Let him face the lefty here. No sense in going to play the matchup game at this point. Not with a lead anyway. Here comes the 1-0 pitch as he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count now goes to 2-0. Kawano has a bit of a herky-jerky motion. We noted that. He was the 4th pitcher used in last night's game for the Fighters. As I said before, he kind of reminds me of a left-handed Nestor Cortez. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-0. But when you have a lefty to come in to face the lefty, it would drive you crazy. When they can't get those guys out, it's almost like they've got a vision block. Waiting on deck is the shortstop Natsuki Tomosuji. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 3-1 on Yasuda. One of the things that I mentioned in one of our previous streams when I was at the game between Chiba and Saitama, there was about a 15-second delay between the feed and the game that you're watching at the stadium. Maybe 15 to 20 seconds, and then you take on another 6 or 7 with StreamYards. We could be 30 seconds behind the live play. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lifted into center field. It's going to be down for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Sato. And with 2 outs, the Marines have got something brewing here. As a base hit here by Yasuda has put runners on the corners with 2 gone. And that's going to bring Atsuki Tomosuji to the plate. Well, Tomosuji tonight is 0 for 2. He has flown to left and grounded to first. He is 1 for 5 in the playoffs. So the runner at third is Sato. The runner at first is Yasuda. And standing in here is Tomosuji. As the lefty Kawano gets his sign from his catcher and he's ready to go to work here. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and line foul down the right field line. Good swing, just a little bit late there by Tomosuji, so no balls and 1 strike it is. Tamiya flashing the signs. I would say at certain times of the game with the runners on the corners like this, there might be some time for shenanigans, but I don't know if Yasuda runs particularly well. I know Sato's not the fleetest of foot. I would say the likelihood of that happening is probably quite low. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Tomosuji. And then to boot, do you want to put those guys in motion or put the runner at first in motion? And then you got Tomosuji leading off the next inning if they end up getting thrown out. So no balls and 2 strikes. As the left-hander leans in again, Kawano getting his sign from his catcher, Tamiya. As the lefty holds set, here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, lifted into left field. It's going to hold up enough as Asama's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it. They threaten, but they don't score. Well, they do score on the home run by Kakanaka. It almost seemed like it was 2 innings in one here. They had 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left the board. We are now moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score is Chiba 2 and the Fighters no score. Hang with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. It is time for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Japanese style. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It'll be Franmil Reyes, Chusei Manami, and Yua Tamiya, the heart of the batting order here for the Fighters to get things going. As Franmil Reyes can be instant offense. The first pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Reyes is 2 for 2 tonight. He's got a couple of singles in his trips to the plate, 4 for 6 in the playoffs. He has been worth his weight in gold for the Fighters this season and in the playoffs. So 1 ball and no strikes to Reyes. The crowd is really behind the Fighters here, urging them on, willing them on, as it's the lefty Ojima who delivers a breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-0. Franmil Reyes, as we said, had that big 25-game hit streak during the middle of the season. When you think of impressive individual events, that would have been one of them in the 2024 campaign. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. It's now 3 balls and no strikes to Reyes. Last thing Ojima wants to do is to put a runner on to bring the tying run to the plate. As we said before, there are a few players in the Fighter lineup who can turn the baseball around. Reyes is one of them. And here comes the 3-0 offering. Fastball taken at the knees for called strike, and the count now goes to 3-1. I think if I'm Ojima, it's going to be a steady diet of slop the rest of the way. So here comes the 3-1 pitch as Reyes waits. Fastball misses outside. It's going to be ball 4. And by our accounts, that's the first base on balls issued tonight by the lefty Ojima, as Reyes is going to get himself a walk, and that's going to bring the pitching coach on a full-out sprint to the mound. And I'll bring Manami to the plate. So the manager, Ono, doing a fuel check here on Ojima. As I said, as far as I'm concerned, I think that Ojima is going to be running on borrowed time right now. I wouldn't have seen him more than 85 pitches in this game. And that is pretty much where we're at right now. He had thrown 82 through the first 6. And he's at 87 pitches now, having to face Chusei Manami. This is a critical juncture in the game right now. Manami stepping to the plate. It's going to be the 3rd time he has seen Ojima tonight. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. Count is quickly 0-1 to Manami. So no balls and 1 strike. Manami runs decently, but he can roll into double plays. So you keep your eyes peeled here if they can get something on the ground. Obviously, with Franmil Reyes running at first base, he should be able to take care of a lead-out situation. But really, Reyes isn't the important one. It's the one who is at the plate right now, as that is the tying run. So no balls and 1 strike to Manami as he waits here on the offering from Ojima. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on. Lined into right field. This ball is going to be caught by the right fielder, Oka. Oh, what a play. Manami hit the ball right on the screws. Oka came running in. He slid to make the catch. And Manami is going to be gone for the first out of the inning. A really, really good play by the right fielder. Looked like he may have got a bit of a late break on it. But regardless, you could see just the frustration on Manami. He knew he hit the ball hard. He just happened to hit it to the glove of the right fielder. That brings the catcher Sato back out to talk to his left-hander. as it is Yua Tamiya who is striding to the plate. Friend Cream Sheen Productions in the house says, how many outs? We got one away here in the 7th inning. The runner at first is Reyes. It is Tamiya who is striding to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in this one. He's grounded into a double play and struck out his 2 trips. He didn't get the start in last night's ball game, but he did get the start tonight. But it looks like it's going to be Yuya Gunji coming in to pinch hit. So we got a pinch hitter here as Gunji is in to pitch hit. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So interesting that Yua Tamiya's night is done and Yuya Gunji in the ball game. I saw the numbers flash up and I said, well, that can't be Tamiya. Gunji did see action in last night's affair, as he was 0 for 4 in the game last night. As the lefty Ojima delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes even at 1-1. Gunji also has a little bit of pop in the stick. On the season this year, he hit 12 home runs. There were a number of players on the Fighters who hit double-digit home runs this year. Some teams barely had 1 or 2 players, but the Fighters had a whole bunch. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Gunji. Not a bad option off the bench. Pitch is fastball taken at the knees for called strike, and now the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fighters need some instant offense here if they're going to do some damage. Ojima looks to the skies, and now he's ready to go back at it here with Gunji. Maybe some divine intervention here for one of these 2 clubs will help him out. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As it's on its way, it's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gunji. For those of you who are also checking in on the out-of-town scoreboard as well, it is a 4-1 ball game as the Bay Stars have the lead. It is the Tigers batting in their half of the 6th inning. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gunji. Runner at first is Reyes. 1 gone here in the 7th. This game here has slowed down quite a bit. As I said, Ojima sometimes here is rather slow when there are runners on base. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's now 3-2. And one would have to think, you got to think the bullpen's got to get going here sometime soon. I think manager Yoshi probably, in his world, would like to get to the 8th inning before he has to make a move on Ojima. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The lefty here, ready to deliver the payoff pitch to Gunji. Ojima as he works himself into the set position. Our friend Jay, who was in here earlier listening on, said, how do you feel about this? I don't feel very good if I'm a Marine fan right now. Just the way this inning is going here, it is 94 pitches now for Ojima. Just not confident right now, the way it is gone, that the Marines are going to be able to hold on to this. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as the lefty works to the set. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down. That's going to be a walk here to Gunji. So 2 walks in the inning after not issuing anything the whole night. Reyes moves to second. Gunji, the runner at first. The manager, Yoshi, at the top step. And it looks like he has seen enough. We're going to have ourselves a pitching change more than likely here as he's on his way out to the home plate umpire to make the change. And then he is on his way to make the removal of Ojima. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back here in just a couple moments. There'll be Ariel Martinez coming to bat, and we will see exactly which right-hander is going to be coming in to face him here in just a moment. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. We got a pitching change for the Marines. We'll be back in just a moment to tell you all about it right after this. Hang tight, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. The bullpen has been opened up, and it is going to be Riko Okayama who is coming in the ballgame to replace Kazuya Ojima. Ojima had gone 6 1/3 innings, but he is responsible for the 2 runners aboard, which have been base on balls acquired by Franmil Reyes and Yuya Gunji. And it is going to be Ariel Martinez who will come to the plate. The big Cuban is 1 for 2 in this one here tonight. He is 1 for 3 on the series. So we are definitely into the area where there is deep water all around us. So we'll see if they've made the right decision, have the Marines. As they are, as we said, they are definitely into the deep water at this point here. We are in the last half of inning number 7. This could be a turning point in the ball game. One swing of the bat could put the Marines behind by a run and the Fighters up by a run. And it is all about to play out now as Yokoyama has completed his warm-up tosses and we're ready to go back to the live action. Welcome all of the new viewers who have jumped in here with us tonight. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Marines. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Fighters. And the Fighters are threatening. They've got a runner in scoring position, which is Reyes. They've got the runner at first, Gunji. And Martinez striding to the plate here. As we said in the series, he is 1 for 3. If it is not now, when will it be for the Fighters looking for their first run of the series? Shutout for 15 1/3 innings so far. And here comes the pitch to Ariel Martinez. First pitch, fastball missing down and away, and the count is 1-0. The pitch was at 95 miles an hour on the radar gun. Our friend Zay is pumping the fist for the Fighters, as he is our resident Fighter fan. So 1 ball and no strikes to Martinez. He's waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the right-hander Yokoyama. Good hitter's count. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats behind home plate, and the count now goes to 1-1. I don't know if that was lifted or if it hit the netting over on the first base side or that actually ended up. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Ariel Martinez. He is waggling the bat. He's got a slightly open stance, does Martinez. I don't really remember that. The 1-1 is about to come on the way. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball down, and it gets away from Sato. And heading down to third is Reyes. They throw down to second, but not going to be in time as both runners have moved up a base on the wild pitch. So now you've got runners at second and third. The tying run is now 180 feet from home plate. So kind of raised my eyebrows a little bit that they were going to go to Yokoyama here as the relief option. But again, as I mentioned the last couple of days here, it's been interesting the way that these teams have used their bullpens. Fighters looking to try to grind this one out to even the series. So Ariel Martinez waggling his bat. He's ready to get the offering here from the right-hander. As he works to the set position, here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on, grounded over to short. They're going to go to first, but that's going to get a run in. The Fighters have cut the deficit to 2-1. An RBI ground out by Ariel Martinez, and the scoreline is now 2-1. It's a ground out 6-3. He's in the books, but he does collect himself an RBI. Advancing over to third is Yuya Gunji. That's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Tatsuki Mizuno. Well, for Mizuno, he's enjoyed himself a decent night tonight. He's 1 for 2. He's also reached on a fielder's choice. He is 2 for 5 in the playoffs. But no bigger at bat is the one that's in front of him right here as Mizuno strides to the plate here to face the right-handed throwing Yokoyama. So we got ourselves a 2-1 ball game now. It is the Fighters who are looking to tie it up with one stroke of the bat. And here comes the pitch. As he kicks and delivers, fastball swung on and lifted down the left field line. This is going to drift into the seats. Count no balls and 1 strike to Mizuno. Franmil Reyes with the run to cut the lead in half. Advancing to third on that ground out was Yuya Gunji. 2 gone here in the inning. And no balls and 1 strike to Mizuno. Here comes the pitch. As the right-hander Yokoyama holds set. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs. Count goes even to 1-1. Marines trying to wiggle themselves out of this jam that they got themselves in. 2 base on balls in the inning, both issued by Ojima, his first 2 walks of the night. As I said, I was a little surprised to see him out for the 7th, but here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Mizuno. That was a nasty pitch there by Yokoyama. Came in on the back foot of the hitter. So the runner at third, Gunji, 90 feet away. As the left-handed hitting Mizuno waits here on the offering from Yokoyama. It'll be a battle of the bullpens from here on out. Here comes the pitch. And Oakland Patches says 8-1 base stars. There's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh boy, I don't know about that one. I want to see that one on the video replay. Mizuno punched out on strikes. He's gone for the 3rd out of the inning. I hope we get a replay of that one because that pitch looked like it was up and in. The home plate umpire rang him up. 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 0 hits. No errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 8th inning. Your score is the Chiba Lotte Marines 2 and the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us. Our friend Zay says, what was that call? Well, caught me off guard as much as it did you, but we'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for listening in.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Sachiya Yamazaki coming on in relief. We saw that they were going to be bringing him out of the bullpen here in this series. This is going to be his first appearance for the left-hander, who dons the number 18, which is often given to the ace of the staff. So Yamazaki on in relief, and we have a new catcher. It's going to be Tori Fushimi, as he will be in behind here to take over, as he will replace Yuya Gunji in the lineup, but more importantly, it was Yuya Tamiya in the batting order. So Fushimi on to catch Yamazaki. Well, coming to bat here for the Marines, it's the 9-1-2 hitters in the batting order, and it's the first pitch breaking ball delivered to Fujiwara, taken for a called strike. Fujiwara tonight is 0 for 2. He is 1 for 4 in the playoffs. It'll be Oka and Fujioka to follow, as the pitch is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into right field, but not deep enough, as Chusei Manami has plenty of room there to make the catch. That is going to retire Fujiwara for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Hiromi Oka. So 1 gone here as Oka strides to the plate. Oka is 0 for 7 in the series, and he swings at a first pitch breaking ball, and the count is quickly 0-1. Oka looking to try to get something started. He hits in the leadoff spot tonight. It was Takashi Ojino who hit in the top spot last night. As the 0-1 is on the way, here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, chopped softly to third. Kiyomiya fields it. He fires to first. They're going to get him in plenty of time. It's going to be a ground out 5-3. The second out of the inning. It's going to leave it up to the second baseman, Yudai Fujioka. So we're going to see here how the Marines can play with a 1-run lead over these final 2 innings, as they have a chance and an opportunity to close this one out. Fujioka tonight is 1 for 3. He is 3 for 6 in the playoffs. He takes a first pitch fastball for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Fujioka batting from the left side here against the left-hander Yamazaki. He holds to the set position. Here comes the 1-0. Whoa, fastball up and in. Almost hits Fujioka. It's going to back him off the plate, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. The lefty Yamazaki ready to go back at it again. 2 gone here in the 8th inning. As he holds set, now delivers. As the breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike for the big fella here, as he's ready to go again. Here comes the pitch. Slow breaking ball swung on. This ball is taken on 1 hop by the second baseman, Kamikawa Kabata. He throws to first, and Fujioka's in the books. It's a ground out 4-3. That's going to do it here for the Marines in their half of the 8th inning. They go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. Bottom of the 8th is around the corner. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters in the batting order slated to come to bat. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Bottom of the 8th when we return after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is appreciated. Our friend Zay says, Tokyo made the call. Yeah. Well, we got a left-hander now on the mound for the Marines, as this is going to be number 47 coming in. This is Shota Suzuki. So he is going to be entrusted to have to retire the 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the batting order. My biggest worry is this game's going to go extra innings. So I'm hoping that is not the case. I'd be less than a happy camper if that was was the deal here. But you never know. That's why we play the games, or why they play the games. It'll be Daigo Kamikawa Kabata, then the top of the order, Go Matsumoto and Kataro Kiyomiya. He faced the lefty Suzuki, who's just completing his warm-up tosses. So we've got ourselves a heck of a ball game here and a great finish to come here. It looks like that is that going to be Cam? It's not going to be Kamikawa Kabata. It looks like we're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter as the Fighters are going to their bench. It is going to be Taiki Narama coming in to pinch hit. This will be his first appearance of the playoffs. For Narama, he had 180 on the regular season, no homers and 7 RBIs. He's looking to get something started here. And the first pitch from Suzuki is a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul down the left field line. It's going to reach well into the seats, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike here to Narama. Matsumoto and Kiyomiya to follow. So the right-handed hitting Narama waiting here on the offering from the lefty. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Our friend Zay, I hope you let him know that that is going to be his Chinese has got to be pretty good if he's going to go and search that area. A little pointing and clicking. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and lifted foul down the right field line, and the count remains at 0-2. And it looks like, I don't know if he's going to go for some more pine tar or if he's going to have to get himself a new piece of lumber. You're going to have to wait a moment here as Rama has to get himself either some new grip or wherever else that might be. Zay says, better be good at Chinese or Google Translate. Either one will help you get your desired goal. Here comes the 0-2 pitch as the lefty Suzuki delivers. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Sato feels that he's going to have to throw to first. That's going to go as a strikeout 2-3. And that is going to retire Narama for the first out of the inning, and it's going to bring up the top of the order in Go Matsumoto. As we said, it was this ball game and the other game that's going on over at the Koshin Stadium. It is 8-1 for the Bay Stars, so it'll be a Bay Stars and Giants. Well, it looks like it's going to be the Bay Stars and the Giants. And the Central League, that will be that final. It'd be interesting if both of the 3 seeds are able to win here tonight to close it out. Here comes the first pitch to Matsumoto. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Both of the pitchers for the Marines have not been very efficient and have not been quick to the plate. Here comes the pitch. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. That last pitch where it missed upstairs was like the one that Mizuno got punched out on in the last inning. This one was a ball, or at least this time it was a ball. And Zay, I don't know if you noticed, but we never got a highlight of that particular call. Might have to go back and pull that one up tomorrow. See if I can find that one there. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Drifting underneath it is Fujiwara, and he's going to make the catch. That is going to retire Matsumoto. It's going to be the second out of the inning. So he's gone for out number 2, and that's going to leave it all up to Kentaro Kiyomiya. Well, for Kiyomiya, he has been basically inept in this series. He is 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 3 last night. Considering he's coming off a season where he batted .300, 0 for 6 in the series is quite disappointing. First pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Kiyomiya. It'll be Daiki Asama to follow here should Kiyomiya be able to get on. So here comes the 0-1 pitch as, nope, instead time has been called. Backing out of the plate there is Kiyomiya. So no balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting third baseman of the Fighters as the lefty Suzuki ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lined off the first baseman. Soto, he's not able to come up with it, and it's going to land in foul territory. So that's going to be a 2-out single. So there you go, Zay. I'm going to watch that one again. I want to see why Soto wasn't able to catch that one. That ball was absolutely blistered. I would think, well, we're going to have to wait and see here. It was a 1-hop shot or 2-hop shot, bounced up and ended up getting Soto on the wrist. Trickled off into the foul territory just by the first base bag. But now the Fighters have some life as that's going to bring Daiki Asama to the plate. A full conference on the mound here to talk to the left-handed reliever Suzuki. And for Asama, he is 0 for 3 tonight. Check that. He's 0 for 0 tonight. He replaced Mizutani, who is 0 for 3 tonight. But this is going to be his first at bat here against the left-hander Suzuki. So left-hander against the left-hander. Waggling the bat is Asama. The Fighters have a runner on and 2 gone. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Asama. Asama in last night's game, he struck out 3 times and he drew a walk. He did get the start in the ball game last night. So 1 ball and no strikes it is here as the lefty works himself to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is looped softly and over the shoulder catch by the shortstop Tomosuji as he makes the play. And Asama is going to be retired for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, the Fighters had no runs. They did have a hit in the inning, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is the Marines 2, the Fighters 1. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. Base Stars are laying the wood down. We'll be right back after this. Glad you guys can hang with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll see you back here in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. Sachia Yamazaki is coming out for his second inning of work, as he is going to be facing, or scheduled to face, Tatsuya Kakanaka, Neftali Soto, and Gregory Polanco. He is a defensive replacement at second base, as it is going to be Taiki Narama, who came in to pinch hit. He is going to stay in the ball game and play a second base in replacement of Daigo Kamikawa. Let's see if they're going to go and make a pinch hitter, and it looks like they are, as Chiba has gone to their bench. The first pitch is on its way. It is Ito who is pinch hitting here. Breaking ball, take it for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Ito did come in as a defensive replacement yesterday. He is batted 188 in the regular season with no homers and 3 RBIs. As he swings through a fastball, and the count now goes to 0-2. Basically, on those first 2 pitches, I would say Ito is overmatched. So no balls and 2 strikes it is. Yamazaki gets his sign. He nods in agreement with Fushimi. He delivers a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fred Brennan said he could strike out 3 times and walk once. Sign him up. Yeah, if you could do that, you might get a job in Major League Baseball as well. That seems to be the trend these days, Brennan. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to put Ito in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. Pretty much an uncompetitive at bat. He's gone for out number 1, and that'll bring up Neftali Soto to the plate. And for Neftali Soto, he's 0 for 3, as he has popped the second, popped the short, and has grounded the short. He takes a first pitch for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Fred Brennan said there was no takers. Well, don't give up the good fight. Keep trying. There's a slow breaking ball. Take it for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Soto. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As we said, we're in the deep waters here, as both of these ball clubs here trying to see if they can either add to their lead or tie the ball game, as that fastball swung on and fouled away. Don't give up, Brennan. If Garth Brooks can get a spring training opportunity with the Padres, your gig may not be that far away. So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Soto, as Yamazaki delivers a fastball that misses down and in, and the count goes now to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2. Brennan said the Padres showed interest, though. Yeah, probably they might come calling after the debacle on Friday night. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, as the left-hander Yamazaki ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires, breaking ball that misses down. Is that going to be ball 4? It looks like it is. Soto's going to draw himself a walk, and that is going to bring up Gregory Polanco to the plate. That's one thing that you got to be careful of. That's usually what sets the table. I think we're going to have a pinch runner here, as manager Yoshi is signaling that that is the end of the night for Neftali Soto. I wouldn't be surprised. It looks like it is Kenta Chitani who has come in to run. Actually, no, it's Ryushi Ogawa who is in to run. So the night is over for Neftali Soto. Ryushi Ogawa on to run for him. Well, Gregory Polanco striding to the plate. He is 0 for 3 in this one. He had a home run he had a couple hits in last night's ball game. He takes a breaking ball over for a called strike. The count is 0-1. 2 for 7 in the playoffs thus far with that home run last night being his only extra base hit. So here comes the 0-1 offering as the lefty works himself to the set position. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, lifted into shallow center field. Moving back on it is Mizuno. He's there to make the catch. Retreating back to first is the pinch runner Ogawa. Polanco is going to be gone for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the catcher, Toshiya Sato. Friend Johnny says, you think the Fighters can get a run? Well, to be honest with you, Johnny, it took them 17 innings to get one run. I'm not so sure that they're probably going to be able to cash one. Although I have to say the part of the batting order for the Fighters, they're going to have Reyes, Manami, and Gunji to come to bat. So maybe they might be able to do some damage. So Sato waits on the first pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. Sato is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. Brennan says, same Polanco from MLB. Yep, it was Gregory Polanco, formerly of the Pirates and a few other ball clubs. Jay is projecting the Fighters will walk it off. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball that just misses outside. The count goes to 1-1. Well, I would think that we're going to see Naoya Masuda in on the bottom of half of the inning for the Marines. Trying to close out games on back-to-back nights. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is now 1-2 to Sato. And that's exactly who is up. And being ready to throw here in inning number 9. So here comes the pitch from Yamazaki. 1-2 on the way. Steady throws over to first, and getting back in time is Ogawa. As I said, one thing when you get into the bullpens here, the game really starts to drag down quite a bit. This one here has dragged a lot, pretty much since the 7th inning. So again, Yamazaki steps off the rubber. They are concerned about the runner over there. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sato. Runner at first, Ogawa, the pinch runner. And here comes the 1-2. As the lefty kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on. It's lifted foul down the left field line, but it's going to get itself into the seats. The count remains at 1-2 to Sato. Well, this game has been a far more entertaining affair than the one at the Koshin Stadium. As the Bay Stars were really putting it to the Tigers here tonight. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. We will have a new NPB champion this year. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. If the Tigers come back in that one, that'll be one of the greatest comebacks in NPB history. As they find themselves down by 9 to the Bay Stars. Anything can happen, but the likelihood of the Tigers getting a victory is probably not in the cards. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, popped up behind home plate, giving chase is Fushimi. That ball's going to drift into the seats, and the count remains 2-2. That was one of the things when this stadium was built. You have to have a minimum dimension. I want to say it's 60 feet from the point of home plate to the backstop. And if I'm not mistaken, Escon Field, where the Fighters play, it was about 3 feet short. But they got a special exemption from the NPB that made it okay. So here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down. It's now 3-2 to Sato. With that being said, Ogawa is going to be on the move at first base. Our friend Rux P says, I'll lose my house and wife if the Marines win, and it will be awesome. So here comes the 3-2 pitch again, but instead Yamazaki fires it over to first base. Diving back in time as the runner. So 3 balls, 2 strikes it is to Sato. Runner at first, Ogawa. 2 gone here in the top of the 9th inning. Fighters looking to finish off the Marines here in their half. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's going to be ball 4. Yamazaki doesn't like the call. If you're a Fighter fan and saw that, you must be throwing up in your mouth. That pitch looked pretty darn good, but the home plate umpire says different. Now we're going to have a visit from the pitching coach as he's on his way to the mound. I would think this is just a talk with Yamazaki because, boy, oh boy, that last pitch looked pretty darn good. So Conference of Fighters on the mound as the pitching coaches come out to deliver some information. So 2 walks in the inning here, surrounded by a couple outs. It was a walk to Neftali Soto, and now Ogawa, the runner for him. And a walk to Sato with 2 gone here. Put runners at first and second. And it brings Hisanori Yasuda to the plate. Yasuda's had a good night tonight since being inserted offensively. Shogo Nakamura got the nod at third base last night. Yasuda tonight, 2 for 3, home run and a single. Got the Marines on the board back in inning number 5 with a solo shot into the right field bullpen. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses outside. The count is 1-0, and I don't think you're going to get a replay of that one either. That last pitch looked pretty good as well. I tell you, Zay, I think I'm going to have to rewind the game itself and have to watch it. Because, yep, no replays on some of this stuff. And here comes the 1-0 offering to Yasuda. It's a fastball swung on, grounded over to the right side. Oh, what a great play there by the first baseman Martinez. He fields it and flips to first, and that is going to do it. As Yasuda's in the books on a ground out 3-1 for out number 3. Well, no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, but they do strand a pair to the Marines. Come on back, everybody. The bottom of the 9th inning is just around the corner. We'll be right back after this on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Thanks for jumping in here with us tonight. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us. It is going to be Reyes, Manami, and Gunji to come to bat. Bottom half of the inning, don't go away. Lots of firepower to come here.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Well, the closer for the Marines is making his appearance. We'll be back here in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us here tonight. The Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the deep water tonight that we are about ready to dive into. It is going to be Franmil Reyes, Chusei Manami, and Yuya Gunji to come to bat, as they're going to be facing Naoya Masuda, who's looking to try to deliver back-to-back saves for the Marines. Franmil Reyes tonight has been all over the base paths. He is 2 for 2. He's also drawn a walk and scored the only run for the Fighters. He is single-handedly trying to carry them on his back. He is right now 4 for 6 in the playoffs with a walk and a run scored. And Reyes steps in here to face Masuda. Masuda working on back-to-back nights. I'm interested to see what his stuff is like tonight. It was pretty electric last night, as the right-hander holds set. And now he kicks and delivers. Fastball misses outside. That was at 94 miles an hour. Count is quickly 1-0 to Reyes. So 1 ball and no strikes. Fighters bench looking on. The big fella at the plate, looking to get something started. If you could start another 25-game hit streak, this would be the one. There's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side, and the count is 1-1 to Reyes. Big concern here is both Reyes and Manami are in scoring position when they get into the batter's box. Gunji can do it as well, as can Martinez. So you've got 4 hitters in the order here. We can all put balls into the seats. So you got to be delicate with everybody, but you got to make sure that you are attacking each and every one of them in a certain calculated way. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As we mentioned, we will be back again tomorrow. Our friend Rex P says he subscribed. We appreciate it. Be back again as soon as his divorce is final. We'll be on for the series against the Hawks. Either one of these 2 teams, whoever will win it. As there's a fastball swung on, its pop foul into the seats, and hopefully we'll bring a better voice with us. We've been fighting some issues here tonight. Not only is our throat been raspy, but our late season fall, maybe a little bit too much turkey or chicken today. I'm not sure. Has caused us to be operating a little bit below the Mendoza line personally. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, as Masuda kicks and fires. And it is a breaking ball, waved and missed. Oh, Reyes is down on strikes. He's out for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Chusei Manami. Got to tell you, I don't know where Masuda was hiding that one, but that thing fell right off the table. Looked like it was a hard slider more than anything. Our friends say if we're looking for highlights, I guess I should say our replays, we're not going to get it. So Chusei Manami striding to the plate. He is 0 for 3 in this one. He is 2 for 6 in the series, as the right-hander holds to the belt. And here comes the first offering to Manami. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. This ball's trouble. Does it have the legs? Does it have the distance? And this game is tied at 2. Manami has just put the ball about 20 rows into the seats, and it is now a 2-2 ball game. Unbelievable. And I was curious about that there, if they were going to be able to get through this part of the order. Chusei Manami deposits one into the seats, and we are now locked up at 2s. Unbelievable. It is now a 2-2 ball game. And that is going to bring, or scheduled to bring, Gunji to the plate. Manami high fives all the way around. Allow to get the crowd going. Unreal. I was curious. I've seen Naoya Masuda crumble at times. He's very good at times, and then he's suspect at other times. I remember in a series down in Fukuoka a couple years ago, he had got himself into a whole host of trouble. So here comes the first offering as the right-hander delivers. Fastball swung on and chopped foul. Looks like this is Tori Fushimi, who is now batting in this spot in the batting order, as Gunji's night is completed. So Fushimi came in that spot in the batting order to replace Yua Tamiya as well. So Tamiya, Gunji, and now Fushimi. As he swung at the first pitch and fouled it away. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by Tomosuji. He throws to first. That's going to be a ground out, 6-3. That's 2 away here, and that's going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Ariel Martinez. And who knows, maybe we're going to be going to extra innings tonight in this one. So Chusei Manami absolutely crushed the pitch. Wow. If you're on Instagram tonight, be sure to check out the Pacific League highlights. That thing was left in a hurry. Whew. So Ariel Martinez comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also driven in one of the runs. As there's a first pitch breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. Boy, Masuda left that fastball right up in the heart of the plate, and Manami made no mistake about it. Absolutely obliterated the pitch. And so here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. So Masuda way ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Are we going to have another one here tomorrow night? Well, we're about to find out. We've certainly got a little extra baseball in this one here. Fighters are the cardiac kids here tonight as the 0-2 on the way. Fastball misses way upstairs. Now goes to 1-2. So Martinez gets himself settled back in here in the batter's box. He's ready to go again here. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Masuda holds set. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. I wouldn't bat an eye if Martinez turned one around as well. That would be unbelievable ending to this one. Setting up a pretty cool game tomorrow night. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander holds to the set. And Masuda ready to deliver. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down. Count now goes to 3-2. And so just as they have a bit of a halftime between the 5th and the 6th, usually between the 9th and the 10th, they take an extended break as well. And if that's the case, we got to go refresh our drinks. Our friend Zay said he stepped away for 4 minutes. Should have stepped away for 8, Zay. It could be over by now. For your home team, the Fighters, that is. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. As Masuda delivers. Fastball, take it for a called 3rd strike. Oh, Martinez stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it. Well, we have ourselves a brand new ball game. 1 run in the inning, 1 hit on the home run by Chusei Manami. No errors and nobody left the board. We're moving to the top of the 10th inning. Your score is the Marines 2 and the Fighters 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back here in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here. It is the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 10th inning, and it is going to be a part of the batting order coming up for the Marines. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat to face Sachiya Yamazaki, who will be on for his third inning of work. Our friend Luckstar asked the question, if I get that right, Luckstar 1297 says, Ito due to pitch tomorrow. They haven't announced the starters yet. To be honest with you, I thought Ito was going to start today. If I had to make a guess on tomorrow's starters, I would think that it'll be Keuchel and Ito, but that's who I thought the matchup would be tonight. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. The Central League had announced their starters for tomorrow, but that's going to be a moot point as it is 10-1 for the Bay Stars late in the game there. They announced these starters after the finish of the game last night. And in some ways, I think they're going to do that probably again tonight. Both teams seem like they're playing possum with each other. So we're about ready to resume the action as Yamazaki has completed his warm-up tosses. So probably, I would assume, Lockstar, after we get off the air tonight, they'll announce it. You can see it on the NPB website, but last night it was about 30 minutes after the game that they made the announcement. So here comes the first pitch delivered to Tomosuji, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike. It counts 0-1. Tomosuji is 0 for 3 tonight. He has flown to left twice, and he has grounded to first. Amazing. As we started the night, our voice was terrible. It's now probably been upgraded to average. As that fastball missed upstairs, the count now goes to 1-1. But we thank everybody for hanging in here with us tonight. It's been a bit of a raspy night. Fastball swung on and lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Tomosuji. Ali Bo says, which team is pitching? And that would be the Fighters are right now on defense. They're the ones pitching. It is the Marines who are up to bat. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on, hit off the end of the bat over to first. Fielded neatly by Martinez, and he's going to step on the bag. That's going to retire Tomosuji on a ground out to 3 for out number 1. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Kyoto Fujiwara. Well, for Fujiwara tonight, he is 0 for 3. He has grounded to second, popped to the catcher, and aligned to right field. He is 1 for 5 in the playoffs. Batting from the left side here against the left-handers Yamazaki, and there's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. Be the top of the order, Hiromi Oka waiting his turn on deck. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back with plenty of room and making the catch is Matsumoto, and that will retire Fujiwara for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Hiromi Oka. Well, if there was somebody that could stick it to the Fighters, this would be my pick right here, as Oka was once upon a time a Hokkaido or a member of the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters. And here comes the first pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul into the dugout. The players were diving in different directions. As that is no balls and 1 strike to Oka. Oka has been quiet tonight. He's 0 for 4. In fact, quiet in a series, he is 0 for 8. Batting from the right side against the lefty Yamazaki, who delivers a breaking ball that's down and in, and the count now goes to 1-1. Looking ahead to the bottom half of the 10th inning, it'll be Mizuno, Narama, and the top of the order, Matsumoto, to come to bat for the Fighters. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. As it's on its way, it is a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. I would think that the night has to be over for Masuda. But just a question of who the Fighters would turn to. Would they go to Sawamura? I guess we're going to have to wait and see with the rest of us. Here comes the 1-2 pitch now from Yamazaki as he works himself to the set. As the lefty ready to deliver, now he steps off the backside of the rubber, and they're going to cycle through the signage again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're here in the top of the 10th inning. There's 2 gone. Chiba is hitting. As Sachiya Yamazaki in relief, as he is the third pitcher used tonight by the Fighters. There's a slow breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a reminder, as we said, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night. Should this game go to a game 3, it'll be 10 p.m. Pacific time or 1 a.m. Eastern if you're up. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The count now goes full to Oka. And that'll be the third and final game in the set. We had mentioned last night that we thought it was this series that the Fighters had a 1-0 lead. It's actually a 1-0 lead for the Marines right now. But the winner of this series, when they go play the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, the Hawks will have a 1-0 lead to start the series. So all they have to do is win 3 times, and their opponent would have to win 4. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is here to Oka. As the lefty works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. And that is a breaking ball swung on its check swing down the first baseline. And Yamazaki's going to field it, and he's going to tag the runner coming down the line. As Oka is tagged out, and he tumbles as he gets through the bag. And that is going to do it. It's a ground out to 1. And that is the third out of the inning. Well, the Marines go quietly in their half of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom half of the 10th inning. Your score is the Marines 2 and the Fighters 2. There will be a pitching change, and we'll be back in a few just to bring you all the action right after this. Hang tight, everybody. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel, and it does look like it's Sawamura coming on in relief. Hang tight. We'll be back in a few.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. We got a pitching change, everybody. We'll be back in 30 with all the action. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Hirokazu Sawamura coming on in relief. As one of the knocks on him when he was with the Boston Red Sox organization is he walked too many batters. So we'll have to keep our eye on this here. He's going to be facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. That would be Mizuno. And then it would be Narama and the top of the order in Matsumoto. I'm about to face him here in the bottom half of inning number 10. But what he is a veteran right-hander with a lot of experience. And he has been entrusted here to try to keep the Marines in the ball game. So Mizuno stepping to the plate. He's 1 for 3 in this one, 2 for 6 in the playoffs. And he first pitches a fastball that misses inside, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Mizuno. I do appreciate everybody who has checked in with us here tonight. As there's a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count now goes even at 1-1. Remember, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to bookmark it, as we will be going live again all through the playoffs over the next couple of weeks. If everything finishes off, and I think it's November the 2nd or 3rd, the last game of the Japan series would finish off. There's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats down the left field line. Now Mizuno's in the hole at 0-2. Our friend Brennan was making his predictions in the bottom of the 10th inning. He was calling for an error, a pass ball, and a walk-off single. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait and see if that's going to come to fruition. So here comes the offering as the 1-2 is on the way. Fastball misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-2. That was of the split finger variety. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mizuno has played a pretty steady game at shortstop. He's an important part defensively for the Fighters, as he's pretty much taken over that position on a full-time basis. Kamikawa Kabata was playing there for a bit, but I think they have him on the other side of the infield. There's a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. Mizuno was way out in front of that. He's gone in the books for out number 1. That'll bring up Taiki Narama to the plate. Well, for Narama, this is going to be his second plate appearance of the evening. He struck out back in the 8th inning as he had come on to replace Daigo Kamikawa Kabata. So 0-1 in the playoffs, 0-1 tonight. As the right-hander Sawamura holds to the set position. The pitch on the way is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Sawamura got rid of the long hair that he had in Boston. He's rather clean cut these days. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Remember, we said at the outset, the base on balls are a problem for Sawamura. So keep your eyes peeled here in case one of these hitters from the bottom part of the order are able to find their way on base via a free pass. So here comes the 2-0 pitch as Sawamura holds set. As the pitch is on the way, there's another fastball that misses down. The count now goes to 3-0. Now, as I was talking about the walk issues, he has pitched in 35 innings this year. He has allowed 19 walks. That's more than one every other inning. And that was the problem in Boston, is that they liked this stuff, but the problem was it was the command and control. He was a walk every other inning there as well. And here comes the pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner. That was at 95 for a called strike. The count now goes to 3-1. Our friend Zay is pulling for the walk meter. And what a different complexion it is on the Fighters bench. They're smiling, they're laughing a little bit. They look like they are a lot looser after tying that ball game by Minami. So that is a dangerous sign for the Marines. Fastball swung on and chop foul over on the third base side. The count now goes to 3-2. It looked like going into the ninth inning, it was all doom and gloom. Now the Fighters are actually joking and relaxed as they were right up against death's door. It looked like they weren't going to have a chance to be able to win that game, or this game. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is here to Narama. Waiting on deck, it's Matsumoto. Here comes the offering. Sawamura works himself to the belt. And here's the pitch. And it is a split figure pitch, swung on and missed. Oh, I got to tell you, Narama, you swung at ball 4. He's in the books for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Go Matsumoto. And the beat is just going to continue on here tonight. That was a split figure pitch that fell right off the table. Rama couldn't hold up on that one, but you got to tip your hat to Sawamura. It was a pretty nasty pitch. That brings Go Matsumoto to the plate. Matsumoto tonight is 1 for 4. He had a single way back in the first inning. He is 1 for 7 in the playoffs. As the right-hander Sawamura holds to the set position. And here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. Count is 0-1. Matsumoto, not really a threat for power. He only had 1 home run during the 2024 campaign. But if he gets on base, he can run a bit. Fighters are not going with anything in their bullpen. They've got Sachiya Yamazaki. Looks like he's going to come on back out for yet another inning of work. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Matsumoto. So 1 ball and 1 strike. I was looking at the rules earlier, and I think this game could end in a 12-inning tie, and then they would have to add a game on Tuesday, Japan time. And as our feed has been pretty good so far tonight, this is the first time that we've actually lost our feed. So I'll have to just go to our B feed here for a moment and see what Matsumoto is up to here. So you guys are just going to have to bear with us for half a moment here. Or at least our B feed. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is pop foul. It's going to reach the seats down the third base line, and the count remains the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Matsumoto. We missed a couple of pitches there. So a minor technical difficulty. But with that being said, we are out of the chat at the moment. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. That looks like we're back in business. Or maybe not. As the right-hander Sawamura looks in and he gets his sign. As Matsumoto is dug in here. Here comes the pitch. As the 2-2 is on the way. He kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and another one lifted foul. The count remains at 2-2. What I was starting to say is that the series here, as far as I am aware, you can end in a 12-inning tie. As it is 2 balls and 2 strikes here. So here comes the offering now to the right-handed hitting Matsumoto as Sawamura holds set. The pitch is on the way. It is a fastball that misses outside. It's now 3-2. As I mentioned, basically the way it's going to work is, or at least the rules, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to see potentially a 4th game. But I'm not 100% sure on that one either. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see if that is going to be the case. Tomorrow is the if necessary game. I know in the Japan series, they only play 12 innings for the first, I think, 7 games of the series. Fastball misses inside. It's going to be ball 4, and there's the walk. As we had suggested, Matsumoto is aboard with a base on balls. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Kotaro Kiyomiya. And keep your eye on Matsumoto because he can run a little bit. Matsumoto had 20 stolen bases during the season. And he is primed to get off to the races. He's putting on his oven mitt. And I wouldn't bat an eye that they put him in motion straight away. He steals second base, and then you got Kiyomiya to be able to drive him home. So Kiyomiya digs himself in. We're waiting on the first offering here from the right-hander Sawamura. All eyes on Matsumoto. Here comes the pitch. First pitch on the way. It's a split finger pitch that misses down. A good stop there by the catcher Sato. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Got to tip my hat to the Fighters faithful. They are still cheering on their team here, trying to will the Fighters to victory. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sawamura again leans in, gets the sign. He checks the runner at first. Here comes the 1-0. He kicks and delivers. Fastball misses outside. The count now goes to 2-0. Sawamura all of a sudden has lost his command. He's lost the feel for his pitches. Once again, appreciate everybody for being in here with us tonight. We got ourselves a 2-2 ball game. It is in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Sawamura struck out the first 2 batters that he faced. Then he walked Matsumoto. He's fallen behind the count. 2 balls and no strikes to Kiyomiya. So here comes the offering from the right-hander. Maybe a good pitch to hit and run on. It's the 2-0 on the way. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Matsumoto, and he is going to slide in there safely, and there you have runners on the corners. Do the Fighters. A single here by Kiyomiya. Stopping at third is Matsumoto, and that'll bring up the the left fielder Daiki Asama. And right now it's going to bring out the pitching coach and the entire infield here. Have a confab with Sawamura and Sato, the catcher. That was a good piece of hitting there by Kotaro Kiyomiya. The pitch was down and away. He was able to stay inside the ball and drive it right back up the middle. Our friend Azay says, walk him and let's go. Well, you've got your wish here. Now, I forget who it was. I think it was Brendan earlier on said a pass ball to win it. Wouldn't that be ironic if there was a wild pitch to win the ball game here? So 2 out in the 10th inning. A base hit here wins it. And a wild pitch wins it. Maybe a balk. What a crazy finish for this one here to send it to a game 3 tomorrow night. So runners at the corners. A runner at first, Kiyomiya. A runner at third, Matsumoto. Waggling the bat is Asama. And here comes the first offering from Sawamura. The pitch on the way. Fastball, take it for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. Brennan says, I'll take 1 of 3 predictions. Well, if you're 1 of 3, you're hitting 333. In the sport of baseball, you're doing pretty good. So no balls and 1 strike. As Asama reaches out to the other side of the plate. And he gets himself dug in. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Looks like they're setting him up inside here. Here comes the pitch from Sawamura. It's on its way. It's a fastball swung on. It's tomahawked into right field, and it's down for a base hit, and that is going to do it. The Fighters have walked it off in the 10th inning. A Daiki Asama single has brought home Go Matsumoto, and the Fighters will live another day as they're going to be playing tomorrow night on the RBI single by Asama. And your final score is the Fighters 3 and the Marines 2. And we'll be back at it again here tomorrow night to do it all over again. 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits, no errors. And there were 2 runners left aboard Your final score is the Fighters 3 and the Chiba Lotte Marines 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back to wrap this one up for you in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight, suffering through me having to talk to you with my raspy voice. We'll be back here in just a couple of moments, everybody. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, that was an unbelievable finish in this one here tonight, and we appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us to listen to all the action. Well, we'll give you the quick rundown here. It was all Chiba early on in this one, as it was a home run in the 5th inning with 2 gone by Hisanori Yasuda to give the Marines a 1-0 lead. He followed it up in the 7th inning with a leadoff home run by Katsuya Kakanaka, and that made the scoreline 2-0. Chiba was cruising. Well, in the bottom of the 7th inning, a leadoff walk to Franmil Reyes, and after a flyout by Chusei Manami, a walk to Yuya Gunji, and then it was a ground-out single after a wild pitch. A ground-out to the shortstop by Ariel Martinez brought home Franmil Reyes with the first run of the game for the Fighters. That made the scoreline 2-1. In the 9th inning, with 1 gone, up stepped Chusei Manami to the plate, and then the first pitch he saw from Noya Masuda, he deposited into the seats in left field, and that evened the score at 2-2. Well, we went to extra innings. The bottom of the 10th inning, it was the reliever Hirokazu Sawamura came in. He struck out the first 2 batters he faced. It was a walk to Go Matsumoto, a single by Kitaro Kiyomiya, and an RBI single by Daiki Asama. And that is the final score. It brought home the 3rd run of the game, 3-2. The Fighters walk it off in 10. Well, what does it mean? Well, it means we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We hope you guys can make it back in. We'll do it all over again tomorrow evening. Once again, everybody, we hope you have a great night. We look forward to seeing you on the flip side. It'll be Last Raps Baseball giving it to you all the action again tomorrow night when we return. Have a great night, everybody, and we will catch you again on the flip side.